Hello, come on in. Hello, hello. Hey, Camille, good to see you. As you come in, let me know you're here. Say hello, say something. Hello. Hi, Melissa, you're welcome. Aren't they beautiful? Let me know you're here. Come on in. Hey, hey lady, how are you? How was your day? Just give folks a few minutes. Say hello if you're joining me. So happy to be with you tonight. Deep breath. Hello, hello. So good to see you jumping on. No worry, Miss Shirley. You didn't mean to be tardy for the party. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. That's what matters most. Ah, I can feel the beautiful energy already coming through. Hello. Let me know you're here when you jump on. So glad to see you coming in. I love the sound of the Tibetan bowl. So relaxing, so beautiful. Like all of you. Nothing like some soothing sounds to set the tone, to bring your day down, to relax, to find your way to calm. Hey, Aunt Marcia, good to see you. Glad you're here. Thank you for the love. Just give people a couple minutes just to jump in, see who's coming in. Let me know you're here. All are welcome. Let me know you're here. The more the merrier. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. I love those. Keep them coming. Invite your friends. There's an invite button. I'm still learning how to use this, but I think you can see the invite button. You can invite your friends to come over and join us, join in the fun, join in the experience. Come on in, everybody. Let me know you're here so I can say hello, give you a shout out. It's okay if you don't want to, but I love to share the love in the space. Glad to see you coming in. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to those who were here with me on Monday. And welcome to those who are joining for the first time. So glad you're here. We're going to get started, and hopefully more will come in and join us. Hello, everybody. Say hello when you're jumping in. I've already said hello to those who let me know they're here. I know some are quiet and maybe you don't want to say hello, and that's okay too. I welcome you to the space. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. I know I did. It was nice and sunny outside today, so it's always nice to sit outside and get some vitamin D, which is so important for the body, our moods. And so yes, I'm just going to get started. For those of you, many of you already know who I am, but my name is Carol Ann Jones. I am a certified life coach and health coach. And hey there, Rosalind. My passion is supporting women to be healthy and even more fabulous, because we are already fabulous, and some of us don't own the magnitude and the magic of our fabulous, and that is a choice, and we all grow into that, right? Because we are the person we are now, and we are the person we are becoming, which is so magical. Because if you woke up today, if God gave you another chance today, there's more for you to do. So blessings to all of you, and know that my passion is to support. I shared on Monday's call that health, mind, body, spirit is so important to me. I had a significant loss in my life, my mom, and so sharing the message of being healthy and being fabulous, mind, body, spirit, is so important to me. And I love all things beautiful, my space, my person. I love to surround myself with beauty, beautiful flowers, beauty in my home, because it just makes life more enjoyable, right? So I hope that you also enjoy beautifying your space, connecting mind, body, and spirit. So I have created this 7-week journey, and it is calling me out more and more, because I have committed to being on Facebook at least twice, doing Facebook Lives at least twice. And I have committed this 7-week journey, the Come Home to Yourself experience. And this experience is about us connecting deeply, soulfully, wholly, spiritually, back into our sacred sanctuary, our place called home, that place on the inside of us that we sometimes get disconnected from because life shows up, right? We have so many things to do. We're busy doing this, doing that. We have so many roles that we play: mom, dad, sister, brother. We work. Many of us, you're a chauffeur for your kids. We do so many things, and sometimes we forget to just come back home, or life shows up and gets in the way of us coming back home to ourselves, that place where we find our deepest passions, our deepest yearnings, our joy, all those good things that we need to enjoy life and to show up in our fullness, our presence, our essence. And the world needs more of that, because like I said on the call on Monday, you and we could be gifted in the same way, but I can't do it like you can do it, and you can't do it like I can do it. So we need each other to show up in all that we are equipped with, so that we can share that out into the world and make the world a better place. So on Monday, I gave an assignment, and we're just going to get right into that. And I have a surprise tonight for those who are here and those who will watch the video. I gave an assignment, and I asked you to type in the comments, I'm in. I asked you not to leave me hanging, because it's a lonely place to be on Facebook Live and nobody to show up. So send me some hearts. Let me know that you're still in, you're still here, you're still playing, you're still present. Let me know. Send me some hearts. Let me know I'm in. Type I'm in. I want to see you. I want to hear you, so I can feel that energy, because this is an interactive space. It's for all of us to enjoy and show up for one another. I asked us all to be in that place, in that space of supporting each other along this journey, because we all need it. We need to know somebody else has got our back, and we don't always have to know the person. Surprisingly enough, in life, people will show up and support you that you don't know, that you've just met, that you don't know really well. I mean, like we talked about on Monday night, sometimes things come wrapped in a package that you didn't expect, but it was the most wonderful, most magical, most amazing thing, or the thing you most needed in that moment. So let's support each other. Let me know that you're here, you're engaged. Keep the comments coming, keep the emojis, the hearts, the thumbs up. This way I know you're here and you're engaging with me. So I asked you to do, thank you, ladies. I'm in. Thank you. I love seeing the comments. Lanaya, Jennifer, Jen, hey, lady, my Aunt Marcia, Rosalind, Roz, hey, hey, hey. Thank you, ladies. Keep the love and the joy coming. So let me know that you're here. Thank you so much, Wendy. It's so good to see you on here. So I asked you to do 3 things, and they were easy things to answer to 3 things. How did you honor yourself this week? Tell me about that. What came up for you during the honoring of yourself? And what is the one lesson that you want to share with another as a result of your experience this week? Did anybody pay attention? Did anybody tap in? Let me hear from you on question 1. What did you honor about yourself this week? Because we talked about honoring all parts of ourselves, loving ourselves up, maybe standing in that mirror, looking at yourself naked and loving each and every part of you. Maybe it was honoring both your lights and your dark, because it's 2 sides of the same coin. You can't have light when you don't honor the dark side. So we're all a comprehensive mix of emotions that we need to honor. And sometimes we don't honor that which we think is quote unquote bad. So how did you honor yourself this week? What did you do to honor yourself this week? Did anyone do anything different? Do more of something? Did you journal about it? Did you walk in nature? Did anybody do anything around honoring their self this week? Let me know. I would love to hear. Anybody? Did you do anything around honoring yourself? It's so important that we stay connected to self and honoring ourselves. Whether that was buying yourself a bouquet of fresh flowers. Did you go to the spa? Did you spend some quiet time in prayer and meditation? Camille, thank you. Learning to journal again. I love that. I love writing. I love journaling because it gives us a way to go back and see where we were and see how far we've come. So I love that you're learning to journal again. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else? How did you honor yourself? And I hope, Camille, that you got the prettiest journal ever. That makes such a difference. Go, girl, spend some extra money and get yourself a wonderful journal, something you love to touch, something you love to pick up. It makes such a difference in your journal time. Even your pen, like the things around us, the beautiful things around us make such a difference. Oh, girl, good. I love it. I love it. Took time for me. Yes, Jen, I love that. That is so important. I know with being a mom and raising a daughter, that is just so important. Being busy, doing all the things that you do, taking time for yourself is so very important. So good for you. We got to do that. We got to do that. Take time for ourselves. Anybody else? How did you honor yourself this week? Because you are precious. You are worthy. You are valuable. And we all give out. Women, that's who we are. We nurture, we nourish. We pour out. And if we don't honor ourselves, because you can't give from an empty well. And many of us tend to keep going and going and going, and our wells inside are lessening and lessening and lessening. And you find that you're not giving from your most joyous place, your most abundant place, your most magnificent place. So when you're not filling your wells up, you can't give from that place of fullness. And you fill those wells up by honoring yourself. So how did you honor yourself this week? Mom Shirley said, I continue going to the yoga classes I started this month when my body was saying don't. I love that. Yes, like we talked about, yoga is a practice. So keep practicing, keep showing up in the work, because the more you show up, the more you show up. So I love that. I love that. Roz said, well, I did take a look in the mirror without clothes on. What I saw was a woman who is beautiful because God has given me a reasonable portion of health and strength. Amen. Yes, he has. And you are gorgeous on the inside and on the outside. So I'm so glad you did that. And I'm so glad that you have a reasonable portion of health and strength, because the world needs your beauty and your magic and all the ways that you show up in the world. So I love it. Keep honoring yourself. Oh, big one, Jen. I'm learning to tell people no. That is huge. Telling people no is huge. No is a complete sentence. period is at the end of no. When you stand in your no, no more needs to be said. You don't have to explain or justify. You can say no with power and let it be. And that's a work. That's a practice for many, is to say no and to stand in their no in power. Many still don't know how to do that. So Jen, I am so glad you are working on learning to tell people no, because that is you operating in your power. Wendy, I spent some time in meditation. Oh, yum. Yes, I love that. Such quiet time. Go inside, go back to your sacred sanctuary of home and hearing what your soul has to say, quieting that space. I know in your world you got a lot going on and are a very busy woman. So I'm glad you're finding that space to get quiet and to listen to all the things that are going on inside of you and listening to what your soul has to say. Marcia, I went to lunch and spent, I went to lunch and spent time at the water. The water, I love the water. It's just meditative in and of itself. I'm a Scorpio, so I can say I'm a water baby. I love the water, and what a beautiful way to honor yourself, just to have some nourishing foods. I hope you enjoy whatever it was that you were eating and spending that quiet time by the water to let the sound just wash over you and just be at peace, knowing that in that moment, everything was okay. Everything was okay. Let me know. I see some people jumping in. Say, hey, let me know you're here. Anybody else? How did you honor yourself this week? Because it's so, so important that we honor ourselves. Because you know what? If you don't honor you, who's going to do it? You have to honor you. Put you first, and then all else will follow. Lanaya, I wore a new blouse on Tuesday and switch my braids up. I always get dressed up, but Tuesday, I just really felt good. I even had a new, girl, did you put some sachet in those hips? I love it. I love it. A new blouse and you switched up those braids. Girl, you already got it going on, but I know that was too cute. Good for you. Good for you. I love that you even had a new walk, right? Put a little pep in your step, and I wonder how many other people noticed that new walk you had going on. So proud of you for honoring yourself this week. So Lynn, I listened to a meditation CD that my psychologist gave me when I was in therapy. Wonderful. I love that. I love that. Meditation is so, so good. And it's healing. It's healing to just be in your quiet space and listen inside to get in touch with what you need to do. What powerful things are the next decisions you need to make about things going on in your life to help heal your body. When we slow down through meditation, we also allow our bodies the opportunity to heal and to hear what the body's always speaking. And we allow ourselves to hear what the body needs. Yes, it got me through a rough day. All right. That's what I like to hear. It got you through a rough day. So now that's a tool that you need to keep in your bag of tools that work for you, that when you're having a rough day, drop into that meditative space so that you can find what you need in those moments when you need it. Thank you. So we talked about what we did. How did you honor yourself this week? So we talked about that. So what came up for you? Did anything come up for you during this place of honoring yourself? Was this a new practice for some of you? Was this something you do on a regular? Was there some resistance, or was there your body saying, "Ooh, I like this. I hope she or he continues to do more of this"? What came up for you while you were on this journey of honoring yourself? Jen, what did I do? Girl, thank you for asking. So this week, I stayed in my place of remembering that there are certain things I cannot control. We talked about surrender on Monday and just letting it go, just saying, God, I need your help on this, and I'm turning it over to you. just staying in my place of presence and just saying, this is where I am right now. I had an interview this week and I went in there in my power and my pleasure, and I just showed up, and this is me. I'm honoring all who I am. I know what I bring to the table, and it was just a wonderful conversation. Wasn't stressful at all. And always just, for me, I did yoga today. I love yoga. That's another one of my coming home to myself ways of tapping into myself. I did yoga. And always making sure I'm giving my body something nourishing, something good, and being mindful of what I take into my body. So thank you for asking me. Let me know that you're here, ladies, gentlemen. Let me know that you're here. Who else? Did anything come up for you during this experience of step one of our experience? Did anything come up for you? Anything that felt uncomfortable? Anything that felt amazing? Or was it just like, oh, great, I've been waiting for the invitation and I love this? Let me know. Did anything come up for you? Anybody? Don't leave me hanging, y'all. I need to hear that you're out there with me. I don't want to hear crickets. So if nothing came up for you, I'm going to just say, since nobody's responding, if nothing came up for you, that all was well, and you perhaps enjoyed this experience of being consciously aware of what came up for you. So tell me one lesson that you learned during this practice that you would want to share with another. So if you had to share, because we should be sharing our learnings and letting other people know, this is what I'm doing for me. What is a one lesson that you learned during this practice, during this part of the experience, that you would want to share with another? Let me know. Jen said, I like to spend time alone. I love that. Time alone is great. We all need to find that space of just being by ourselves sometimes, but also remembering that community is good too. Sometimes being alone is wonderful, but many times, many of us can isolate as a way of keeping ourselves safe, or as a way of not wanting to feel vulnerable. So community is always good as well. So I encourage everyone out there to have a community where you feel safe and where you can express yourself and where you feel like you're not being judged as well. So what's one lesson that you learned during this practice that you would share with another? One lesson. No lessons. I would share, Wendy said, everyone should learn to meditate and clear your mind for just a few minutes a day. Wonderful. So true. Yeah, just having that space of just clearing everything out just for a few minutes is absolutely necessary and needed, particularly in this world of technology. And there's always so much going on in the news and work and our cell phones and our computers. We're always connected to something going on. And it's so important that we do learn to meditate and clear our minds. Camille said, taking a time out for you. That is so important. Yes, taking a conscious time out, setting aside, maybe putting you on your calendar, taking that time out for you is so, so important. Thank you, ladies, for sharing that. Anybody else? What's one lesson that you learned during this practice, during this step of the experience, that you would share with another? I have envied some friends. Can you explain this again? I have invited some friends. Can you explain this again? What do you want me to explain, Camille? Let me know. Just curious. Yes, Shirley, not to give up so quickly. Yes, not to give up so quickly, particularly with your yoga. That is a practice, but with anything that any new thing that's going on, to, yes, not give up so quickly, because sometimes it's so easy to just put things down and just say, I'm not doing that because the first time we tried it was so very hard. So that's key. Tell them what you are doing. Camille, I'm going to ask them to watch the replay because I haven't seen anybody new jump on. So the video, I'll post the video so they can catch up from the beginning. So that way I can honor the space for everybody. But if you have some questions, drop them in. So do that for me so we can honor the space for everybody. Thanks. Lanaya, I learned that when you look good, you feel good. Yes, you do. And it helped me push through the pain. Although I have things going on, I wasn't going to let it show on the outside. Well done. Yes. When we look good, you feel good. Even when one of the most powerful things you could do is, let's face it, sometimes we don't always want to, look pretty. If you could stay home and stay in the bed on some days, pull the covers over your head, you just want to do that. But when you need to, if you woke up, let's do our best to show up. And that means putting on something that makes you feel fabulous, putting on something that makes you feel pretty, whether it's just a beautiful blouse, whether it's a pretty pair of panties, whether it's a nice piece of jewelry. Put on something that makes you feel fabulous, because when you feel good based off your standards of feeling good, not society's, you stand a little straighter, you walk more upright, you feel good about yourself. It gives you that push to do that one more thing that maybe you just need to do to get yourself to the other side of not feeling so great. So yes, do something when you're not feeling your best that just can give you that extra little push, a little touch just into something different. Even if it's just calling a friend to talk and get some things off your chest, let them do that thing, because we all want those good feelings we want to bring all those good feelings into our home, into our sanctuary. Welcome, Beverly. So good to see you here. What else? What's another lesson anybody learned during this practice? I would love for you to share, because we've got more people popping on. What's one lesson you learned during this practice that you want to share with another? By honoring yourself, what's one thing you would want to share with another person? No worries. I'm glad you're here. One thing, because our sharing is important. Our sharing is helping somebody else along. You don't know where somebody is on their journey, and you don't know how your sharing of what you're learning and what you're going through is helping them get to the other side. And your honoring of self is giving somebody else permission to say, well, hey, if she could do it, I could do it. I rarely think of me. Oh, let me know. Tell me more about that, Beverly. Tell me more about that. I rarely think of me. We're talking about what is the one lesson learned during this practice that you want to share with another, but tell me more about that. Because we talked a lot about taking a conscious time out, taking time out for meditation, taking time out for ourselves to fill our own wells up. Because I know how busy Beverly is. She does a lot for a lot of people. And so her taking that time out, whether it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day, if that's all you have to fill yourself up, is so important, because she gives out so much magic, so much love, so much joy into the world, and that needs to be replenished. And anybody who knows Beverly, we need to replenish each other. Sometimes just surprise messages. I saw Beverly on the platform. I was going into the city this week for the interview I mentioned, and she's such a sweet friend, and she just sent me a very supportive text message on my way into the city, and I was just like, God makes no mistakes, and that message was just right on time. It was just such a beautiful message, and I thank you, Beverly, for thinking of me and doing that. As far as complimenting myself, most of the time my medication is praying for strength as for others. Well, I'm going to invite you, Beverly, when you pray for strength for others, that you also pray for strength for yourself. because God knows your heart. Yes, your meditation, I figured that out. God knows your heart, and you too need strength. You too need motivation. You too need to be uplifted for all that you do and for all that you've done for so many, and you are so worthy. And I want you to get that deep down inside of you, because sometimes we think, oh, it's selfish not to pray and ask God for something that we need. But we all need to be strengthened. We all need to be encouraged. A kind word takes us a long way when sometimes we can't find the words that we need for ourselves. So we need to make sure that we're taking that time and we're getting what we need for ourselves. So like I said, Beverly, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, like when you were on the train, just to sit and be still and to ask God for what you need as well. Because there are some things I know you need, just being a woman. There's things that we need. So I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, but also reaching out just a little bit more, having your wells filled up. None of us should be ashamed to let our community know, hey, you know what? I need you. I just need to talk. I just need to laugh. Can we just hang out? Or just, my girlfriends and I will pick up a phone and just talk to each other and just say, hey, I was thinking about you. And I love it when you're thinking about somebody and they're thinking about you too. And you end up either calling or texting somebody because you just know it was right, that the two of you needed each other in that moment. It's going on my list to do. Well, don't put it on the to-do list and make it feel like another work thing. This has to be pleasurable, putting you first because you are the priority. So make sure that it's a pleasurable thing, even though you may have to schedule it, because I know you are a woman who get your stuff done. You know what's going on from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, but make it a pleasurable to do. Make it something pleasurable just for you. Anybody else? What is the one lesson that you learned from the practice that you want to share with another? Anything? Okay. Seems a little quiet, but that's okay. So we covered 3 things tonight. The first step was honoring where you are in the experience. And I thank you for those who played full out, for the ways you honored yourselves, for the ways that you're still going to honor yourselves, for the ways that you're still going to show up for yourself, that you're remembering that your light and your dark are 2 sides of the same coin, and they're both worthy of being honored, because that makes up who you are. I thank you for answering the questions. How did you honor yourself this week? What came up for you, and what's one lesson that you would share with another from what we learned today? So I'll be announcing the next step probably on Sunday, but I still want you to play with this step of honoring yourself for the rest of the week. And I have a surprise for you. I have this amazing doTERRA oil. I love, love, love essential oils. And this oil is called Peace. It smells wonderful. It's called a reassuring blend. And I'll read you a little bit about the description. It says, are life's anxious moments leaving you feeling overwhelmed and afraid? doTERRA Peace Reassuring Blend is a blend of floral and mint essential oils, and is a positive reminder you don't have to be perfect to find peace. Slow down, take a deep breath, and reconnect with the composed, collected you. Everything turning out fine begins with believing it will, and a few drops of this Peace Reassuring Blend. So if any of you would like to be entered in the contest, every week there's going to be a different oil that you could win, but you got to play full out to get it. If you'd like to be considered or win this oil, I need you to, on this thread, because that means you watched the video, so you had to get to this part. On this thread, drop a picture of how you honored yourself or how you are honoring yourself, whether that be you meditating, you doing yoga, sniffing a fresh flower, sitting outside enjoying the sun, write a picture of you just writing on your journal, whatever it is, however you're honoring yourself, take a picture of it, drop it on this thread. Then I'm going to need you to either put your email on this thread or direct message it to me. I know some people don't like to have their emails in the thread, and that's fine with me. Either drop your email if you're okay with dropping it right here, or direct message me your email address. And everybody who sends their picture and sends me their email address, your email address is letting me know that you don't mind if I put you on in my list, that I will be sending newsletters and emails out to you as I build my list. That'll let me know that you don't mind me having your email address. But I will pull a name, and all entries, this will be drawn on Saturday. So have your entries in by midnight on tomorrow, and I will pull the name of the winner of the Peace Oil. So if this sounds like something you need, this reassuring blend to slow down, take a deep breath, and reconnect, you may be the winner. But you got to drop a picture here of you honoring where you are right now, whatever that means to you based on what we learned. Thank you, Melissa. I love it. She's like, I'm in right now. There's no plan. I like people who claim their prizes. So drop your email, drop a picture between now and midnight tomorrow of you honoring yourself. Again, if you don't want to drop your email here, direct message it to me on Facebook, and one of you is going to win this oil. So playful out. I don't know who's going to win, but somebody's going to win. So all you have to do, watch this video if you're catching it on the replay. Drop a picture of you honoring yourself right where you are. And if you didn't catch the full explanation and all of us together, go back and watch Monday's video. We had so much fun, and I'm so glad you ladies showed up. And thank you, thank you, thank you. As I shared with you, this is stretching myself of being on Facebook. It's not the easiest thing to get on Facebook Live, so I am just honored that you would spend a little bit of time with me and come on and support me. And if there's any way I can support you, you know where to reach me and how I can do the same for you. So I honor you. I can't wait to see your pictures of how you honor yourself and what that means for you. Honor yourself right where you are, because right where you are is so important. Yes, we are all going and growing into that person we are becoming, but we are right here, right now. And there's so much learning, there's so much juice, there's so much joy in honoring where we are right now. So remember, as we continue to take this journey of coming back home, coming inside, tapping into our sanctuary, holy, deeply, soulfully, that you remember that you are loved, you are needed, and we all need each other. So every day, just remind yourself, I'm coming back home to myself. So come back home to yourself each and every day. And in those moments of chaos and just things becoming so quick and cloudy, just put your hand on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. No, I'm still alive. I'm still right here. And I'm honoring myself in all moments. And again, if you need some support, this is what this journey is about. Us supporting each other along the way. So I will see you next week. We're going to start working on another tool. I'm going to announce that on Sunday, the new tool. So get ready. So I want you to continue playing with step 1, honoring where you are, for the rest of this week, and get ready as our journey continues, because there's going to be more surprises and more fun and more just playing full out. So have a good night. I love you all. Thank you for showing up, and remember to come home to yourself. Take care. Good night.